Hey Sophia, so I was in Horizon Plaza earlier today for a meeting or near there anyway, so I called in and I bought you some things and I bought you this book. It's called Froggys Sleepover. I haven't read it yet, so let's read it together. Froggys Sleepover by Jonathan London, illustrated by Frank Remiskis. It was Friday and school was out. Froggy flopped home from the school bus. Flop, 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 singing, "Hooray, hooray, it's Friday, I'm going to Max's for a sleepover." "That's great," said Froggy's mother, and she gave him a plate full of fly cookies. "This is your first sleepover. Are you a little bit nervous?" "Who, me? Of course not," said Froggy, and he hopped up and flopped to his room. Flop, flop, flop. He pulled his big sack from his closet. Slam! Stuffed it in his sleeping bag. Schluff! Squeezed in his pillow. Puff! Slapped in his pyjamas. Puff! And shoved in a pair of underwear. Pum! "There," he said, and he flopped outside, dragging his sack behind him. Schlop! "Froggy!" called his mother. "What? Did you forget your huggy?" "Huh?" "Oops," said Froggy, and flopped back inside. Flop, flop, flop. "I found it," he yelled. It was in the cookie jar. Slam! Then out the door he went, dragging his sack behind him. He was taking his teddy bear, his huggy. "Froggy!" called his mother. "What? Did you forget your toothbrush?" "Oops," said Froggy, and he flopped back inside. Flop, flop, flop. "I found it," yelled Froggy. "It was in my toy chest." Bang! "Don't forget to brush," said his mother. "I know," said Froggy. Then off he went to Max's, dragging his sack behind him. At Max's he dumped everything on the floor. He rolled out his sleeping bag and fluffed out his pillow. "Okay," said Froggy, "I'm ready for bed." "But Froggy," said Max, "it's only 4 o'clock." So they waited until after dinner. Then they crawled into their sleeping bags. "Wait," said Froggy. He jumped up. "I forgot to brush my teeth." "Don't be a baby," said Max. "This is a sleepover. We don't have to brush our teeth." Froggy crawled back into his bag. "Wait," he said, jumping back up. "I need my huggy. I need it to get to sleep." "Sleep," said Max. "Who's going to sleep? We can tell scary stories and have pillow fights all night long." Froggy slipped back into his bag. Max told a story that made Froggy's skin crawl. "Now it's your turn," said Max. But were we weird screeching sounds and scary shapes hung to the shadows like ghosts. "I have a better idea," said Froggy. "What?" said Max. "Let's go to my house for a sleepover." When they got back to Froggy's house, they tiptoed inside in the dark. Quiet, quiet. Crash! Froggy bumped into a lamp and knocked over the goldfish bowl. Splash! "Froggy," yelled his mother, "what's all the ruckus?" She flicked on the light. "Oops," said Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. "We decided to sleep here instead." "Oh, Froggy," said his mother, "I thought you wanted to sleep at Max's." "I did," cried Froggy, "but I was hungry, and you make the best popcorn." "Well, can we make some, please?" "Okay, you little munchkins," said his mom. Pop, pop, pop. She made them some buttery popcorn. Then they went back to bed. Plump, plump, plump. Froggy and Max were having a wild pillow fight. Good night, Puddles' heads, called Froggy's mum. I hope they go to sleep soon, groaned Froggy's dad. Me too, groaned Froggy's mum. Froggy's parents were snoring like horses. When Froggy's mum suddenly heard a sound, her eyes popped open and she flicked on the light. Max was standing by her bed. I have a tummy ache, he said. I want to go home. Oh no. So back they went to Max's, dragging their sacks behind them. Slop, slop, slop. But there was still weird sounds and scary shadows there. So Froggy went back to Froggy's. No, they both went back to Froggy's. But Max wanted his own pillow, so they went back to Max's. But Froggy wanted some pink lemonade, so back and forth they went. Slop, slop, slop. Till, at last, they fell asleep at Max's house at 9 o'clock in the morning, and the sun was coming up. Zzz. The end. Read all the other books about Froggy. Froggy eats out, Froggy gets dressed, Froggy goes to bed, Froggy goes to the doctor, Froggy goes to school, Froggy learns to swim, Froggy plays in a band, Froggy plays soccer, Froggy's baby sister, Froggy's best Christmas, Froggy's day with Dad, Froggy's first kiss, Froggy's Halloween, Froggy's sleepover. Let's go, Froggy! Which one shall we read next? Shoo! Froggy plays soccer. Great. Good night.